What is going on, everybody? Back on it, Berserk 1997 episode 19. Y'all didn't let me know that we just didn't drop episode 18 on Patreon this past week. I just left it as unlisted, never scheduled it, uploaded it, did everything, and it was just sitting there. Went back to look, I was like, okay, what episode are we on? Back on Patreon, scrolling, then I saw a One Piece right into another One Piece episode, and I was like, that's not how my Patreon schedule goes. I thought maybe we got copyright striked. But no, just didn't schedule it. So you guys will see this on the regular Wednesday, whatever the first Wednesday we have coming up here. I don't know, 7th, 6th, something like that. You should have seen episode 18 on Sunday, the Sunday that just passed, to make up for it. I was thinking doing double Wednesday, but we don't upload anything on Sunday, so you guys should be able to get that as well. Jumping into this, well, we kind of had our, I guess, like midlife anime manga crisis. Because I talked about it in episode 18's reaction about like how, like, man, I'm missing things right now. And then I made a community post about it, and it's one of the most active community posts we've had in a while, about like, man, I miss Berserk manga and the story, the world, the fantasy. And then it makes me think about missing, because like Attack on Titan, you know, that competes with that in my mind, and just the story. And then, you know, Hunter x Hunter is close behind it, and Death Note, and you just kind of like miss those. And I don't have anything currently in the rotation that's like scratching that itch. You know, like Vagabond's good. It's good. But it's not Berserk. One Piece has its moments, but it's up, down, up, down. I do enjoy the story of Pluto, but it's kind of drawn out a little bit. Is there anything else we're reacting to at the moment? I think that's about it for the most part. So just a lot of moving parts. We only have a handful of these episodes left, and we got like 4 or 5. And then you guys have let me know, there's not shit out there in the Berserk streets as of March 3rd. There's no whispers of, you know, chapter dropping blank 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 or whispers of an anime. Haven't heard any of that, but we're getting to the good parts here. Guts is about to leave, so I'm assuming that him and Griffith have their fight either this episode, max the next episode. And then we've only got like 3 or 4 episodes left with the whole eclipse thing, rescuing him, all that stuff. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we have. Man, just try to leave quietly in the middle of the night and shit.
Casca, I hope you and Griffith live well.
Oi.
Oh, this is awkward. Just trying to leave peacefully, and I got these pieces making it more dramatic.
Please give us your company for just a moment.
What do you want? What do you want, sir?
Griffith. Maybe Griffith will be able to stop him.
The sound and the snow that they had right there was really good. It was really, really good. Let's skip through this because, you know, they copyright soundtracks and songs. Okay. Skipped through that. Here we go. Guys, I'm trying to leave.
What happened? Why so sudden?
It's not sudden. I've been thinking about this since before the last campaign.
Another round. Why? Are you discontent?
Yes, he's discontent.
Nothing like that.
I want to leave.
These past 3
I can't live out my dreams through his dreams. I can't realize my full potential while I'm trying to help somebody else realize their potential, you know? I'm living under somebody else's shadow.
I am Sir Corcus, leader of one of the Hawk's elite companies. Do you have a problem with me getting a drink or 2 at a bar?
Can't wait for him to die.
Unlimited access to everything in which you once recognized as Hawk commanders. In the street, women and children mob us as we walk by. And why not? We are the heroes who saved this kingdom.
Yeah?
Soon, we will be recognized by them as nobles. Then we will settle down.
He's not wrong, because he has been out there while they've been out there, but man.
None of this should even be possible. Am I right?
But man.
We've attained the impossible, and we spilled our blood to achieve.
Yes, we attained it, but I did a lot. Yeah, I am.
Answer me.
Yes. This isn't what I wanted.
Do what makes you
Again, he's helping somebody else's dream. This is not him.
dancing with the ladies at court, but all you seem interested in is slaying slaying the enemy.
You're right, Corcus.
Huh?
It's true. I'd rather fight for my life than live it.
Ha!
Man looks so distinguished right now.
I was still a child without any idea of what I was doing. Yet since that time, I have learned nothing more, only refining the art of slaughter, so that I may live. I take life.
I don't know why
But
in this moment right here,
was content.
because I didn't think about this when I read it.
There was
Maybe seeing it animated and hearing him speak about it, but it's giving me very strong Torfin vibes right here of like the mental switch of
my longing.
I take life, what does that mean? But we know they go two completely different paths from like this mental moment.
Then I met him, the man who made me challenge what I held true, and made me need his respect.
Imagery going crazy right now, huh?
He possessed nothing.
Imagery going insane.
Obtain everything.
God, I want this animated with today's animation
Great heights. That the thought of
so
losing
badly.
all of what that promised was unacceptable. That's why he cannot afford to let the weak get too close. Yet,
Deep.
recognizing his ceaseless ambition, there is no one in the world I respect more than him.
He wouldn't be in his position without you, though.
Beneath him, serving his dream and admiring him. I can no longer stomach it.
Correct.
I want to be at his side.
Not below it.
I afford something for myself. No more. No more will I be anything less to Griffith than his equal.
You think yourself Griffith's equal?
Yeah, I do. Not his equal,
Damn
better.
you and your child is bitching.
Better.
I won't listen to it. Griffith is exceptional and you are beneath him. You might be grateful for the rank and position that Griffith and no one else saw fit to bestow upon you. The position an ass like you does not deserve.
I don't want what another man can give me.
Correct.
Grants me anything, then it's his to give.
That's what I'm saying. If someone can give it to you, they can take it.
Goddamn woman. Too good for his crumbs, are
If
you?
Griffith can give you that, he or something like that can take it. And we're not here for that.
Listen, a
We're not
real
here for
man
that.
has a responsibility to face up to reality, recognize his limitations, and to make compromises. But you're
Corcus is living by what he's saying. That's how Corcus lives. I think in this moment, I think we talked about it a little bit when it happened.
because you're just a coward.
Corcus is talking about himself in this moment, no?
What about you? Are you the only man to never dream?
He's talking about himself in this moment, like being a coward, realizing he's already gone his full potential, he can't be as good as. I think Corcus is talking about him in that moment, no? Himself.
Bad thing is, he was a leader once. Led a group of bandits a long time ago. They were a small band, and it wasn't long-lived, but for a time, it was his.
And now he realized he's not as good as them and
As for me,
takes what he can
I've
get
always
and
been clever
yeah.
enough to do most things well. Quick with the sword and dagger.
Man's got the skills.
Fencer, fighter, and archer than anyone around me. Of course, I would never be a master of anything. So I made a decision. If I could never be the best, then I would find the man who could and serve at his side.
But how do you know, Judo, that you could never be the best? Granted, in this world, Destiny pulls all the strings. So yes, maybe it was never Judo's destiny to be the best or a master at a certain craft. But just accepting that I never will be, so I'll follow someone that can be. What if he
The hell? Where did that come
continued to pursue said craft? You never know.
Nobody knows that.
You never know.
Believe Casca and Griffith will never be together. Griffith has his heart set on one thing and one thing only.
Oh, Judo. The Judo's a good one.
Casca has done for him to this point, only the princess can take him further. She is heir to the throne. So, what do you really think of her? Of Casca, I mean.
She's aight.
Casca is an impressive woman.
Casca's aight.
Very equal, and I've trusted her. But I consider Casca a brother in arms, not some kind of mate.
Why not?
Well, Judo hitting us with that look right there is kind of looking right into our soul, huh?
Because it's not possible. She's already given her heart.
True. And this makes you question the whole, like, did she ever really love and want us, or was it just because it had to settle? And I don't like to put that out into the atmosphere that, like, she settled for him because she couldn't get, you know, like the Cork is talking about. Like, Corcus is settling for the positions given to him because of what he can't do. Casca's settling for him because she can't get. But
Wait! You're so mean. Why did you let me saying anything? What happened? Don't you like us anymore?
Ricket.
why are you standing by my man Pippin like that? Whole squad's here, huh? Guess what, guys? I'm out.
Leaving? Yeah. You're turning your back on the Hawks.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
He's the single strongest man in the entire world at this moment. At this moment. He is the strongest man in the world.
Decision. Don't make it any harder on him.
But Guts is commander of the Hawks Raiders. He's important to the Hawks' success.
So what? We were undefeated before he joined us. We don't need
And you never would have made it any further. You never would have made it any further without him. Yes, you were undefeated, but you had never gone further than what you guys were, in my opinion.
I never liked you. I see what you are. I see a fake and a coward. You are not special, and you'll never be like Griffith.
I think he's talking about himself, yeah. I just
I'll tell you
hits more seeing it animated and spoken.
you better watch your back.
I think Corcus is talking about himself when he talks to Guts like that.
Guts!
Thanks for everything.
Does Pippin never says a word, does he? During this whole exchange. See ya. Are we gonna get this episode? Oh yeah, we got plenty of time, We got a good like 10 plus minutes. It ends around, where are we at?
Told you long ago.
It ends at 21 minutes. We're 11 minutes in, 10 more minutes of content. Good. I can't wait to see the looks on all their faces animated when he defeats. I've been looking forward to this episode since we started episode like 1.
By my soul, your life, your death, they are both mine. If you wish to be free of me, the rules have not changed.
Go ahead and dot him up.
Draw your sword and take your freedom from me.
Griffith, please!
Would you settle for a smile and a fond farewell?
Nope.
So be it.
It's like really the last moment we see is Griffith as a human, like untainted, in my opinion, this moment right here. Because after this, he goes into this mental spiral of like taking Charlotte and just being so, you know what I'm talking about. He's just all over the place mentally after this. I think in this moment is the last time we see him as a human, kind of still mentally there. Because after this, it's all downhill.
If you two really go at it, someone is going to die! Stop this! Do you really want to
Pippin.
Now that it's come this far, there's no turning back.
Let go of me! What is going on here? Please help me! Judo!
This is their fight. We don't have the right to come between them.
Or the skills.
We can't just let...
Has high-class living made you forget everything we are? We are still just mercenaries. By
True.
the sword and die.
I wish Judo was... If I could pick one member...
You're different. There was a time you would have left any of us behind without a second thought. If
I wish Judo was alive in the current timeline. Pippin's a very close second.
to change.
But man, I would trade Rickert. I would trade Serpico. Isidro. I would trade a lot of what we currently have if I could put Judo in someone's place. Man.
Or considers me a traitor. I must go. It really is just as it was 3 years ago. Just as it started, so shall it end. A duel. It couldn't be any other way.
We don't get any
Fight.
Griffith POV here.
You still value me enough to bleed for.
We don't get any Griffith POV here.
He has become so strong now. But I'm sure
Yeah, you sure about that?
Yes. Then everything can be the same as it was before.
It's not even close. He's ascended to the top percent of what a human could be at this point.
I wish that Guts will stay with us.
I love the way they've been animating Griffith here too. The look in his eyes. Here we go, Griffith POV. Nice, 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 nice.
He is empty, present, clear.
Is it a one-hit K? Do we one-hit KO him?
So strong. No, I will not allow it. Victory will be won by the first strike. He will attack high. As he does, I must parry, disengage, and lunge for his neck. But if I miss my mark by any small degree, I could kill him. No, I cannot allow this. If he will not be mine,
Then nobody can have him. Hajime! Ooh!
now.
Cracked that shit, didn't we? Could have taken his fucking head off right there if we wanted to. That was the best animation sequence they've done all 19 episodes. The sound effects, the animation, the art style they chose to go with, that was pretty great. It really illustrated right there, like, in my opinion, the power difference of like what's happened in those. What was that? How many years has it been since they did that? 3 years ago or whatever they said? You don't understand what we've been doing out there. He's been plotting and playing the game, and granted he's been out there too, but we have been in the trenches, standing on business, really in the trenches. And he hasn't been. Now, who's to say if Griffith was in there as deep as us, the fight would have gone like this? But yeah, and from this point here, episode 19 or whatever chapter this is, his mental completely downhill after this. Done. He's never humanly the same. His humanity is gone after this. We never get that pre-strike version of Griffith ever again. He loses it. He falls into depression because of Guts. And he does this stuff with Charlotte, gets his ass locked up, tossed in jail, loses everything. And then, you know, falls to the Behalid and everything else in a sense. So like from this moment he's done. We never mentally see him again.
He's gone? He didn't even turn around.
Impossible. It was just a fluke. I won't believe it.
They dropped the soundtrack. I heard it building up too, but it didn't click until the vocals kicked in.
Going to be all right. You just stumbled over a stone in the road. It means nothing. Your goal lies far beyond this.
It makes me want to go back and reread these chapters. But it doesn't hit the same.
Sure you'll overcome this. You'll walk again. Soon.
It's so wild to me because now that you have time to like really look back on it and digest it and like go through it again, it didn't click to my mind when I was reading it. But at this point in time, in my opinion, and I've had a lot of you agree, he is the strongest human in the entire world at this moment. Swordsman, whatever you want to categorize him at.
I will soon. Thank you.
It's crazy.
Of course.
Now, does he ever actually truly beat Purple Rhino Boscon Boy? I don't know, but he did. Without, you know, Zod interference. Regardless, though, we are the strongest human in the world at this point. And that never crossed my mind when he was, like, getting ready to leave.
Lord Griffith, what
Because
are you
you're so
doing?
consumed in the story for the first
So
point.
cold and you're all wet.
Good evening, my princess. Excuse my asking, but would you allow me to enter your chamber?
What?
If someone were to see us like this, it might affect my lady's reputation.
Oh. Of course. Come in.
Thank you.
You know what the
My
anime
apologies.
does a good
Not only have I
or
come
bad
unforgivably
job of?
late, but I appear to have gotten my lady's chamber all.
She comes off very, I don't know if it's because the voice is added to it. She comes off very,
Sorrowful things have occurred.
like teen/childlike.
Why did you come
Bro,
to me
he's
before?
he's not even mentally there at this point. I think he needed to feel like he still had power and he still could take. So he showed up and took. He showed up and took because he lost, and there's not really anything else for him to take at the moment. He's achieved it all. The only thing that he could still take is her at the moment.
Lord Griffith!
Are you afraid?
Stop it!
All your fears, all your sorrows, just let them burn away.
It's all downhill from here. All downhill from here. It's over. It is over, and chaos begins. It absolutely begins. We've got like 2 minutes left of this episode. I want to go back and watch that sequence, the sound effects, the soundtrack. They went, oh god. But it was, I mean, it was meant to go like this, so. Where's her girl Anna at? That's the girl's name, Anna, her like BFF mate. Girl, why did you? And how big are these damn keyholes, bro? I mean, back then, I guess. Like today, you couldn't see through a keyhole even if you tried your best. Yeah, he's just not mentally there, bro. You need to get the fuck out.
Farewell.
Yep. I'm assuming we get captured this episode. Like yoked up. Oh, did he get out? Because I'm pretty sure we get caught leaving, right? Yeah. Idiot stayed the night. Had he just GTFO'd right after they were done, he would have been fine.
What's this? What would your excellency be doing at such an ungodly hour? Why, I can't imagine. Perhaps just stretching your legs?
Doesn't have a sword on him.
Explain yourself.
Do you think he could have taken all of them?
White Hawk. Seize that man!
Do you think at this moment he could have taken all of them? Granted, his mental's probably not in the best space at the moment, but let's say the mental isn't like a side effect. Do you think he could have taken all of them? But then how do you explain all those dead bodies? It's a whole thing. Let's go back and look at that moment. Thought it was pretty great.
Allow it. Victory will be won by the first strike. But kill him.
Here we go.
Now.
Yeah, the sound effect right there. And what they did with Guts right there is great. It's like a... It sounds like, you know, when like Goku's glowing in Super Saiyan? Like just standing there glowing and it has a sound effect. That's what it sounds like right here.
Now.
Yeah. I thought that was probably the best done. I don't know, what was that? 15 to what?
Now.
Oof. Best 15 seconds of the entire show, in my opinion. The entire anime up to this part. Now, we know it's all downhill from here. That was essentially the final moment, in my opinion, that we get. And now that we've been talking about it a little bit, you know what's missing here? Because we haven't seen him one time, have we? There's been, I can't remember if we saw him for like a second. But has there been zero Skull Knight in this completely? I honestly can't remember those earlier chapters or those earlier episodes. Like, did we cross him when he said, was it only Zod that gave us the warning about, you know, being by his side and what he'll choose to do and yada yada? Did Squid? No. don't think we ran into Skull Knight at all, and I'm pretty sure you guys say that we don't run into Skull Knight. But what I will say, what is missing, because for the time period and stuff, this isn't bad. The like demonic presence that's like hanging over us. Now, granted, maybe if the manga was in a different order, because before we get to this, don't we have in the manga, don't we have Guts' interaction with the older father and his daughter that like help us, and then the whole carriage gets overrun and we see the first kind of like demonic souls going inside animals, and then they take over the daughter, and you know, all that. Doesn't that all that happen before this Black Swordsman stuff where we meet Griffith? Because I think that's how that, I think we do that first, then go into this, into the eclipse. So when you kind of go through that, you're like, well, okay, there's this crazy demonic presence. And then I think we go through a couple counts as well, don't we? Before we even get to any of this stuff. So that could, you know, be a reason why, I guess, when you're reading it, you feel the stronger kind of like fantasy demonic presence, as opposed to here, like, aside from running into Zod, you really don't. And I mean, they had that other count that we ran into, I guess, in the beginning a little bit as well. But you kind of feel it throughout the manga. You don't feel it as much here, and I kind of do miss that element. But I thought that was done. I thought that was done pretty well. So we'll go ahead and leave it there again. Apologies for not getting that up on Wednesday. It was reacted to, just not put up. So you guys should get that on Sunday. This will go up on the regular Wednesday. And then we have what? Is it 25 or 24? I think 25. So we got like 5 episodes left. We'll play around with it, leave it there, and see how it goes. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,